Hoi, Jelle hier. Je vraagt je misschien af waarom ik überhaupt dit greenscreen heb, als ik er toch geen gebruik van ga maken. Dat is omdat ik het eigenlijk wel wou doen, maar de kwaliteit werd zo slecht dat ik heb besloten om het op een andere manier aan te pakken. Anyway, bedankt voor het luisteren en geniet van de video. Serious games shouldn't be taken seriously, and here's why. Have you ever enjoyed a game that you have to play continually and forcefully? The answer will probably no. You can't force people to enjoy a game, because they need to be submerged in it themselves. Now you can make someone play a game that you like, and they get into the experience, because they enjoy it as well. But if the experience felt forced, and you don't enjoy it, you will never want to touch that game again. Games are a very powerful tool, and have been the biggest entertainment industry for quite a while, beating movies, books, and songs by a mile. So it's understandable that you want to use games for your business. Most people thought it's easy money, right? Just make a game, people will play it, right? And the answer to that question is yes, but only if you do it correctly. First, let's slice the games up into three sectors. We'll start with the one most people play for fun. These are called entertainment games. The goal of these games is simple. Find enjoyment. Enjoy them. You play these games for yourself, in your own free time, because you want to. There are many different reasons why we play games. This can be because of an immersive story. It can be a competitive game, where you want to test your skills against other players. It can also be a game where you try to beat your own score, or time, aka speedrunning. But we can also play a game because of the game mechanics. Feeling the game does something else and unique. But also a big reason why we play games is relaxation. Just lay on the couch, enjoying a game after a hard day of work. So now you get the basic of what makes a game entertainment. So now that we know entertainment, let's talk a bit more serious. Okay, now that we're serious, let's talk about serious and applied gaming. These are games where the main focus is to help someone learn a new skill or ability. You play these games because you want to learn something new. This can be something educational, where you use a game to help with your math homework, for example. But it can also be something physical, like using a game to help you getting more fit, or help you move a certain limb that has been damaged. There are even games where you have to use your own brain waves to move objects. This is helpful for discovering data on the brain. Because a game requires your full attention, it's important to know that while we split games up in a lot of different sectors, like I did just before, entertainment and applied gaming, they don't always have to be separated. For example, when I was a child, I played a lot of Fire Emblem. It was solely for the entertaining purpose in my head, but subconsciously it also helped me with my math homework, because I was calculating damage stats in that game. Ubisoft made a version of their popular game Assassin's Creed to be used in the classroom, where you can explore ancient Egypt instead of watching a lecture. Did you know that the popular board game Monopoly started out as a serious game, to show how bad an actual Monopoly would be? But people enjoyed that game so much that they started playing it as well for entertainment. But why use a game instead of just reading a book or watching a movie? The reason for that is because a game helps you remember better, because you have to interact more while playing. When you read a book or watch a movie, you're watching or reading someone else's story. In the game you decide how the story goes in some ways. You decide how fast or slow it goes, how many side quests happen in between, when your character jumps or walks or punches someone. Games have also a really good way to reward a player. For example, most of you know how this feels. You really need to study, but you rather play your favorite game for a bit. Now why is that? Because one, it's more fun of course, but it also feels more rewarding. Games have lots of rewards that makes you feel happy to get them. Just picking up a single coin in Mario gives you more gratification than reading a whole book by itself. Reward systems in games are really clear and easy to see. So you can see how far you are for most objectives and see how many trophies/achievements you already obtained. but even a cutscene can show that you're making progress in the game. So wouldn't it be great if we can make these simple rewards available in our work field, right? Entering. Gamification is the process of making day-to-day tasks more entertaining. We try to use game elements in tasks so they feel more rewarding and give a better understanding to people when something is done. Nothing is more frustrating than an unclear assignment where you have no idea what you should do or when it's even finished. By splitting these assignments up into small little tasks, you give players a few rewards for completing those tasks. You're already gamifying the task. You see a lot of educational apps put in trophies or achievements to give players a small bit of dopamine for using the app. It's really important that they aren't just shoehorned in and feel meaningless. A player must feel rewarded in order for gamification to work. It should feel that the reward is a step closer to your actual goal. In the beginning of this video, I talked about how serious games shouldn't be taken seriously. And this is because of the essence of games themselves. They have to be entertaining in order for you to enjoy them. Flow. Flow is used to see if someone is immersed into a game. By having a challenge in the game that fits within a player's skill level, they will be able to experience flow. When a player experiences flow, their sense of time gets distorted. We all experience it sometimes, where we enjoy ourselves and then, bam, suddenly it's 2 hours later than you expected. This experience is flow. You were so into the game that you didn't pay attention to your surroundings and environments and got sucked into the game you were playing. As a designer, you try to reach the goal of flow. You want your game to be so entertaining that people get into this experience. However, this is hard to measure because everyone has different skill levels and require different challenges. So, how can we measure flow? It's simple, right? Just ask the question. Is the game fun? And you're not wrong. This is the mandatory question that should be answered. But players tend to be nice and a bit short-sighted. They just say the game is fun. As a designer, this is not real feedback that you can use to help your game to be better. Fun is a useless term in the design world, because it's too big of a word to have a clear meaning. So what can we use to help measure flow? Brian Stewart wrote a book called Play. In this book he talks about the 6 elements of play. Wherever these 6 elements are in perfect balance, the player will experience flow and enjoy the game, aka the game is fun. By answering questions that fit within these 6 elements, you can easier pinpoint where the current problems lies within your game. If you're interested more about the 6 elements of play, as well as a guide on how to playtest, let me know in the comments. I might make a follow-up video. So to summarize, serious games are a really great tool to help people learn new things or skills. But you can't force them on people. They need to be played willingly in order to get the right effect. They should be entertaining to play as well and have a lasting effect on the players. If you can test and adapt enough, you will eventually make the serious game that players experience flow. I hope this video gave you more insight about playfulness and games, and let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it.